everybody, welcome to Possum Books. In this video I will be showing you all of the books that I got for Christmas, even though it's been a little over a week. The first book that I got is Crowfeather's Trial. For those of you who don't know me well, or not at all, I have been a big fan of Warriors for like 5 years now. And I have so many Warrior Cats books. At this point, I collect anything by this author because I've been a fan for so long. I read this book like 2 years ago, I believe, and I liked it. I think it definitely helped with the Crowfeather and Breeze Pelt situation, and it helped clear some things up with Night Cloud as well. I really like the Warrior Super Editions. I've read quite a few, and I also currently have quite a few, and it's just very nice actually having this book in my collection now. One thing I really like about the Warrior Super Editions is in the end of each one, there is a little graphic novel that's a few pages long. Overall, I'm super glad that I got this book, and I can't wait to reread it because it actually was pretty good. The next book that I got is another Warrior Cats book. It is the 5th book in the Dawn of the Clans arc, and that is A Forest Divided. This is another one that I've read. I have read pretty much all of the main arcs except for the newest one that only has like 2 books I think that came out. I got this book with the original cover. Most of the other books in Dawn of the Clans that I have on my bookshelf have the newer cover, so now I have this one and then one more with an older cover on it. The next book that I got is another Dawn of the Clans book, and it is the last one in the arc, and it, unlike the other one, has the newer-ish cover. I got 2 more Erin Hunter books, and that would be the 3rd book in Bamboo Kingdom as well as the 4th one. I like to have all of the books in a series before I start reading it, and now I currently have 4 Bamboo Kingdom books. I am only missing 2, and then I can finally start reading this series. The next book I got, I am so excited that I got it because, well, it's the Fever Code. I've been going through a Maze Runner phase lately, and over the summer I read all 3 original books, The Maze Runner, The Scorched Trials, and The Death Cure, and I read Crank Palace, which is Newt's novella, and I also read Kill Order. This is the last Maze Runner book that I needed to get out of standard size books. I don't actually have Crank Palace, but I have every other book. I have the 3 originals, and I have the Kill Order, and now I have the Fever Code. I'm very glad I got this book so I can finally finish up the Maze Runner. The next book I got was Rebel by Mary Lou, and again, this is another book that I am super happy that I got because it's been like 2 years since I read the Legend trilogy, and this goes along with the Legend trilogy. This book is from Day, which is one of the main characters in the original trilogy, and his brother's points of view, which I think is super cool. I have actually been looking for this book for a while, but I've never been able to get it, so I'm so happy that I actually got it, that I can finally start reading it. I also love how some of the chapters, depending on whose points of view they are, have like normal like print, and then in others you get print in different colors, which I think is so unique. Also, look at the cover. It is actually beautiful. Like, it's so pretty. The next book that I got is Lightbringer by Christina Shaw. I've never actually read any books by this author before, but it seems pretty cool. And the cover is really, really pretty as well. The next book I got is one of the Keeper of the Lost Cities books. I have never actually read any of the Keeper of the Lost Cities books because, once again, I'm trying to get all of them before I can start reading. I had up to books 4 and then I had 6, but I was missing 5 for some reason. So I knew that I had to fix that, and so I asked for the 5th book. I'm honestly really excited to start reading Keeper Velocities because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and a lot of people just really seem to like it. Okay, the next books that I got are actually a series that I read earlier in the year, and I absolutely loved each book, and I could barely put them down when I was reading them. You're gonna be asking, what book series am I talking about? I am talking about none other than the Ascendence series, aka The False Prince. I read these books in the summer, and oh my goodness, they were so good. The main character, Erin, he is hilarious, and the plot was really well done in each of the books, and it just kept you guessing the entire time you were reading. The books in the series include The False Prince, obviously, The Runaway King, The Shadow Throne, The Captive Kingdom, and The Shattered Castle. Another book that I got is the Encyclopedia of J.R.R. Tolkien. For those of you who don't know, I am a huge J.R.R. Tolkien fan, especially of The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I just love them so much, all of them, especially the movies. So I've started reading not only The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, I read those quite a few years ago. I need to reread them, but I also have read The Silmarillion, and I have Beren and Luthien, and I've just been delving more into the world of Tolkien's books, so this will be extremely helpful because, you know, they're very, very detailed books, and there's just so much to cover in Middle-earth, and this will definitely help me when I have questions. Inside of the book, there are descriptions of a lot of, well, pretty much all of Middle-earth stuff, and then there are also pictures inside, so you can get like a better idea of what things look like. And I just really think this is really cool. I literally cannot wait to read this. And since we're on a Middle-earth and J.R.R. Tolkien theme, I also got recipes from the world of Tolkien. There's like so many recipes in here for like random things Middle-earth related, and I even saw that you can make lambus bread. You can actually make lambus bread. There are also pictures in this book as well, just for fun I think, but I think it's pretty cool. It's Lake Town. And finally, for the last 3 books that I got, this also needs some explaining, so you can get to know me a little bit, and it also covers some part of the history of why I chose the name Possum Books for my channel. Everybody who knows me knows how much I love learning about dog breeds, and one day I really want to show dogs. So I got Dog Showing for Beginners. This book covers the basics of dog showing and other stuff that is involved with it. So this will be very helpful for me in the future, which hopefully I will be able to do this someday because I have always wanted to do this. I've been studying dog breeds since I was like 11, and so I've really gotten to discover a lot of the different sports of dogs that you can do, and this one really just kind of stuck with me. Like, I watch every single breed judging for the Westminster Dog Show, and every year on Thanksgiving I always watch the National Dog Show because it's just so fascinating to me, even though to others it might seem a little bit boring. I also got How to Start a Dog Training Business because there's just so many options. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do other than being an author, of course. I'm always going to be an author no matter what I do, but I also want to do some things with dogs, and so pretty much every year for Christmas or my birthday, I'll get a book like this to try to help me figure stuff out. And so yeah, I got one on dog training business. And now for the very last book that I got for Christmas. This book is the biggest book that I have ever gotten. It is 991 pages. I'm not kidding. It is huge. It is none other than the Complete Dog Book, 23rd edition. Look how big this book is. It's huge. This book covers all of the AKC recognized breeds as of 2023. Like I said, I like really studying the dog breeds, and so I got this book. Inside it, you will find all of the AKC recognized breeds and their descriptions, temperaments, and their breed standards, according to the American Kennel Club. Okay guys, that was all the books that I got for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you have ever read any of these books, or you can tell me what books you got for Christmas. I'll see you guys in my next video.